DC's Justice League has always enjoyed popular support amongst fans dating back to its inception in 1960. DC's finest have also done well in animated form, but their shift to live action has proven to be quite the contrary. Prospective Justice League live action films have had the plug pulled twice. So what's holding the JL and the JLA back, box office wise? The Avengers have paved a glorious path through theaters, XMen 2, and the Fantastic Four for crying out loud. Can we get a little justice in a DC world? With firepower like Superman, Wonder Woman, and Batman, the Justice League have the wherewithal to tear most other teams asunder, but not all.
I was afraid I'd be late for the victory party.
We hope you enjoy this video, and be sure to subscribe to CBR and join the notification squad to stay up to date with all of our latest videos. The Avengers. This crossover ought to make fans salivate, but you might as well wipe your chin as this matchup isn't slated to happen anytime soon, even though the contest would statistically go in the favor of the Justice League. How on God's green earth do the Avengers step up and give the JL a run for their money? The answer could rest on Tony Stark's shoulders. His brilliance at innovating awesome tech gives the A-Team a big advantage, and a black budget to fund it. It's just a matter of the man who privatized peace to pick up the pace and start inventing. Thor's indestructible, and the Hulk can pretty damn near wallop anyone, save Superman, so the brawn department's looking pretty solid. Maybe some more genius Dismos can flip the scale in their favor, or if they can extend Hulk's smashing time. Annihilators. The universe has been ravaged by war and destruction, and Cosmo tries to fulfill Star-Lord's dying wish by organizing a protective force of guardians for the galaxy. Sounds strangely familiar. Voila! I present the Annihilators. Otherwise known as the Cosmic Avengers, their list of heavy hitters are as follows: Silver Surfer, Beta Ray Bill, Gladiator, Khazar, Nova Prime, and Bronin the Brocuser. On a good day, the Annihilators can hold more than their own and take pretty much anyone, potentially including the Justice League. A fray between those two squads would end up pretty damn close. The Silver Surfer zapped Superman once with green kryptonite radiation. If 1/7 of their team's core membership can take down the Man of Steel, well, their odds sound pretty solid.
Treasure each moment with her, and tell her she was right. We do have a choice.
Guardians of the Globe. Coming straight from Image Comics' title Invincible, Guardians of the Globe just happen to be the world's premier superhero team, and are bankrolled by War Woman and Darkwing. GOG were created to mimic the Justice League's roster, which complements the balance of powers to the JLA's heroes. Darkwing is modeled after Batman, War Woman is, that's right, Wonder Woman's doppelganger, and Green Ghost completes Green Lantern. And if you tossed in Black Samson and the Immortal, now you're cooking with rocket fuel. These two could probably subdue Superman. The Guardians ought to be weary of Omni-Man, as he killed them all in preparation of the Viltrumite invasion.
Well, you really should have stolen the whole book because the warnings come after the spells. Oh, it's funny.
The Void, Doctor Strange, and Captain Universe. This magical Marvel lineup would easily outshine the Justice League with their arsenal of cosmic powers. Captain Universe, powered by the Enigma Force, boasts the ability to automatically anticipate any situation with any adversary. Set powers to JL butt-kicking mode. Doctor Strange would be a handful for JL, as the Sorcerer Supreme can control mystic energy, cast spells, and control time itself. In Jonathan Hickman's run of the New Avengers, Strange singularly beat the Great Society, who were fashioned after the Justice League. Last but not least, the Void's ethereal skills ranging from superhuman strength, control of all matter, and his infant tendrils are something to avoid. Considering the Void nearly took down every member of the Avengers, he'd be a lethal addition to Strange and Captain Universe.
Hank McCoy, I look after the house now.
You're a beast? Look at you. I guess you're a late bloomer.
XMen. The famous mutants are more than apt at defeating most forces that stand in their way, utilizing an array of powers including telepathy, brute force, and in Storm's case, electrocution. Yow! Hope Summers can mimic any foe's power, and that'll come in handy. And knowing that Magneto's defeated teams like the Fantastic Four, the Avengers, and yes, the X-Men, that's double handy. Here's hoping Magneto joins them in such an event, and Kid Omega for that matter. The core group can call upon subgroups like Wolverine's team to pick up the slack. We all know how testy Wolvie gets when riled.
I know what you are.
You lost too money. You keep this up, you lose something else.
And Emma Frost could provide invaluable telepathic clout, as well as acting as a battery for the X-Men's power levels should they happen to run low. Shi'ar Imperial Guard. Keeping to their namesake, the Guards have been protecting the Shi'ar Empire since 1977, first appearing in XMen number 107. The cornerstone of their strength are their numbers. You need a lot of cops to patrol an empire that spans large swaths of space. Over time, 65 members have been Guardians, most notably including Gladiator, Electron, Warstar, Hussar, Oracle, Mentor, and Pulsar, of which Gladiator is the most potent member, and he's stood his ground with the likes of Thor. As an ensemble, they've worked together to take down the X-Men, the Inhumans, and hosts of others. They're an homage to DC's Legion of Superheroes, and that's nothing to sneeze at.
Class dismissed.
The Shadow Cabinet. This Milestone Comics team has been working in the shadows for a long time trying to save humanity from itself. This is their motto after all, and they vow to keep that promise no matter how unscrupulous the methods, like starting wars to nudge along the greater global good. This secret order of superhumans are one of the strongest comic teams in existence and have proven it in several recent Milestone and DC Comics crossovers. In Justice League of America, when worlds collide, the two factions clashed, but it's discovered that Superman and the closely matched character Icon share friendly respect, something that helped the two teams to unite to save Earth from a transdimensional rift. But it's important to note that the Cabinet has beaten the jail before too, so if you can't beat them, join them. Marvel Family. I bet my dad could be your dad. Fat chance if you're talking about the Marvel family down the street. A family whose strength rivaled that of Superman's. This somewhat goofy superfamily might also confuse their adversaries, like Lieutenant Marvels, including Tall Marvel, Fat Marvel, and Hill Marvel, or Hillbilly, because he hailed from Appalachia. Despite their laughability, they all have the power of Shazam. So, once again, if you combine might with numbers, you'll see how Captain Marvel, Mary Marvel, and Captain Marvel Jr. can turn most challengers upside down. In full force, they make an army of 6 who have minimal weaknesses, so if you want to take them, it'll be a straight-up slugging match. The Legion of Superheroes. These guys get my vote for top spot on the list of most impressive teams. DCU Legion are from the distant 13th century, and the core members consist of Ultra Boy, Wildfire, Mon-El, Cosmic Boy, Brainiac 5, Lightning Lad, Saturn Girl, Dream Girl, and Timberwolf. With full membership in flight, they can round up 25 Legionnaires and all the clobber they can deliver, and most teams don't want to be on the receiving end of that. Locked and loaded, they bring a devastating assortment of abilities from a cast that boasts skills like Psychic, Energy, Teleportation, Skilled Fighter, and Martial Artist. Weighing these facts, the Legion of Superheroes are prepared for any situation, like teaching the JLA a few things in their last incarnation.
Wait out here, okay? It's a big house. It's funny that I only ever see 2 of you. It's almost like the studio couldn't afford another X-Men.
Deadpool, Spider-Man, and Logan. Trouble comes in threes, and if you do the math on this triad, you'll realize that they equal a lot of punishment. Already, Deadpool is unkillable thanks to having Wolverine's regenerative powers. They're both Canadian, so they must know each other, eh? I'm just kidding. They totally know each other. In tandem, these two could damn near revive themselves endlessly and wear down any opponent. Although Supes might be the exception and would be the toughest to defeat, but this struggle would undeniably excite DCU and MCU fans. Spidey's super agility makes him a slippery target. He slugged it out with the best of them, including Superman in the Battle of the Century, but Lex Luthor sabotaged the Man of Steel's strength, giving the web-slinger a temporary advantage. Of course, these nice guys shake hands in the end, but Parker's strength, intelligence, and sticky webs would nicely round out this powerful crew.
Think Ryan Reynolds got this far on his superior acting method?
What did you think? Are the Justice League and JLA supreme? They have a stacked lineup, but as they say, there's always someone bigger and better around the corner. Can you think of any other teams that would surpass the Justice League? Sound off in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to CBR and join the notification squad to stay up to date on all of our new stuff.